Okay, now we're on to one of the most important steps when it comes to understanding what clients really want from your profile, which is researching your competition. So a couple of general guidelines that we're going to go through on this just to make it easy for you to understand. First off, when we're researching the competition on Upwork, and I'm going to show you how to do this, you want to focus on the people, freelancers who live in the target country that you're going after. So a lot of you are probably targeting clients in the United States, hence you're going to want to look for freelancers that are based in the United States. One thing to keep in mind if you're overseas, and not in the US, the starting pay for almost every entry-level job in the United States is $15 an hour. Basically, when a U.S. person looks to hire someone, they already know that the basic starting salary for working, let's say in fast food, is $15 an hour. So you probably want to look at your pricing structure a little bit because what we do find for Upwork is people are willing to pay for better talent, and so don't underprice yourself. And then finally, don't be a clone. You do not want to be like everybody else. So if you charge the same, you look the same, you have all the same skills, everything, you will have a much harder time standing out from the competition. So basically, these are the general guidelines that we're going to be reviewing and looking through. Now, there's a couple of other things in there. So we also, while we are doing this, we're going to be focusing on a couple of things. So the first focus area is how do people like me, i.e. with the same types of skills in my target country, let's say the United States, price their services. So we do want to kind of look at what people in the US are pricing themselves, or let's say in the EU, Canada, Australia, India, wherever you happen to be doing work, you do want to be conscious of whatever that target country is, how are freelancers in that country pricing themselves out. The other focus area is to really be thinking about how do I stand out with my profile? How can I be more specific? So for instance, if somebody says they're a WordPress developer, maybe you'll say, well, I am a WordPress developer that specializes in Elementor, let's say. And if you can't be specific, then be unique. Be somebody that maybe has done a lot of different sites out there. Maybe you have over 100 WordPress sites that you built. So again, you're going to look for something that is not making you seem like you're just like everyone else, that is but something unique to you. And if you can't be unique, be different, right? How can you be different? It could be as simple as having a better title in there. It could be just actually having a complete profile. I mean, always be looking for how to be different. And if you can't be specific, unique, or different, be interesting. For instance, on my partner's profile, we say we're the #1 mobile app developer on Upwork. When it comes to BLE and IoT, that's not exactly what it says, but it does say #1 mobile app developer for IoT apps. So that's how we can be interesting because, you know, who has the gumption to say that? So this is what we're going to be looking for. Now, another thing is, as we're looking through the competition, and we'll do that in a second, what does everybody kind of have that is expected? In other words, what are the basics that my competition is putting into their profile? But more importantly, what don't they have that I do? So for example, if they don't have a video and you're comfortable doing a video, do a video. They don't have it, you can. Even if they have a video and their English is terrible, or they seem really like, oh, scared, then be confident and speak clearly. All of these are ways to be different from your competition, even if they have the same elements. Maybe their portfolio pieces are ugly. Well, then that's an easy way. So what must you have, and what can you do that they don't have? And then, of course, how can I make your portfolio, which I just talked about, how can I really stand out? And this is going to be important for your very first portfolio piece, because you're going to see in just a second that the very first portfolio item that you have is actually part of the search that shows up when people are looking for talent. Okay, so those are the things we're going to be focusing on. Now let's get into researching the competition.